Hi, everybody. Welcome back. We are at episode 41. I know it's been a couple of weeks. I missed you guys too, but life happens and, this is just the vibe of it right now. But thanks for being back. Thanks for being here. I did miss you guys. I had a lot going on. I had my birthday. I want to say though, there is like, this is a weird energy in the air, does anyone else feel that? The past week, I'd say so I record like a few days before we post on Sunday nights at 11 p.m. So I record like 5 days before, like the week before. So I'm talking about like from my birthday, I'd say to like Mother's Day. And then this week too, there's just something in the air. I don't know. It feels like a really like heavy energy possibly, maybe because there's like just a lot of crap in the world and gas prices being high, all that kind of stuff. Maybe people are just I feel like everyone's in their own world. Again, everyone's got to get off the phones. I know that, we're here on a digital platform, but everyone's in their own world. Get off of Instagram. Check your shit. That's fine, but no scrolling. You got to catch yourselves. I feel very strongly about this because I haven't scrolled. I've seen videos, but scrolling, the act of sitting there for an hour and just going and getting lost in your phone, babies, it is not good for us. I promise you. When I'm off, so I've been off again because I relapsed like last month and I was scrolling again for a week and I was miserable. I'm telling you, I feel the difference when I'm not scrolling and then when I scroll again. It's just toxic, and it gets not just the content, it's the act of the short form, like quick hits. It's just not good for your dopamine receptors. It's so bad. It's so bad. I can't say it enough. So I think that adds to it. I think that people are just in their own like space. No one's paying attention. The other day, there's this dude, I was at the park. I go to this lake a lot with my dog, and he got out of his car. This is a good thing. He got out of his car. He was eating in his car. And I often see people throwing their trash out of the car into the parking lot. And it really agitates me. It really like gets under my skin. It gets my blood boiling. He got out of his car, walked to the dumpster, threw the trash out, came back. And I said to him, I go, dude, I saw you throwing your trash out there. Thank you so much. I go, it's so refreshing to see because I've seen a lot of people throwing their shit onto the floor, and it really upsets me. And I just want to say thank you for doing that. And he goes, thank you. And I go, no, thank you. And it felt nice, And I hope it like made him feel good so that he's like, you know what, I'm going to keep on throwing my shit out properly because that felt nice to be acknowledged. So I thought that was great. So yeah, I just feel like there's definitely like a heavy energy. I've been getting like some hits from the universe about things that are like some, I guess you would call them like prophecies, not prophecies. You would call them that, but that's too grandiose of a word for me. I guess predictions, some things that I was seeing. But it's all according to plan. I've been talking about this kind of thing, about the world, about the government, about just energy and for at least 20 years, like since I was like in my 20s, I was talking about this stuff, about the future and stuff. And now we're in the future. So it's all, I say to this to you, anybody who feels stressed or anyone who feels unsure about the future or the world or all that, like I have people that I do readings for and they say there's people who have said like they want to leave the country, and it's happening in all countries. It's not a left or right thing. I promise you guys, it really isn't. It's just it's a whole world thing. It's an earth thing. There is no running from it. I feel we all have to, that's why I always promote like vibrating high and getting ourselves. That's why every day I'm working on myself and I'm out there really trying to connect to my magic, to my powers, to my universe, to my soul. Because if I can vibrate high, I could put that out there. The people I encounter, like that small interaction with that guy, just telling him I appreciate him throwing out the garbage and making him feel better. Like just those little things, I was having a conversation with this woman from El Salvador. Well, she's from America now, but she was from El Salvador. And she was just talking about just how, things about that country that are going on, and now she sees it in this country. And, so we were just like on the same wavelength about things, so it's just very, because I think in El Salvador now they're having some kind of, they had freedom, but then there was issues. There's all kinds of stuff. So she was enlightening me on this kind of talk. So it just was nice to connect to her, to just connect with people around you. And just, you'll see that, you're on the same page with a lot of people. So, I think that we all have to just be without people, connect with each other, start smiling at people when you walk. That's a big thing for me. I love when I'm walking around, like, I like to say hi. I don't like the whole unneighborly thing and not talking to each other and just like, I've been going and sitting at the water of the ocean and meditating there and just trying to feel the power of the ocean. It's very cleansing. The other day I was sitting in there and there was fucking sand fleas and I was like, are you kidding me right now? I asked chat. I was like, what are these? They were either sand fleas or like something that like eats organic material. Whatever it was, I was a little grossed out. I stayed, but I was like, this is like, you got to be kidding me. Thank God Truth wasn't with me because then I would have been nuts. He's got sand fleas. Oh my God. So it was just me because that's another thing I'm trying to do. So I'm leaving Truth home, not all the time. What I don't think you guys understand is like me and Truth, my dog. I know everyone's close to their animals and to their pets. Me and Truth, it's a different type of relationship because he's a pandemic baby, meaning I had him a year before. Well, I got him in 2018. So it was like by 2020, he had I think he turned 2 February 2020. And then the pandemic happened in March. So he's basically a pandemic baby. The first 2 years he was roaming, we were all out and about, but then the pandemic happened. And then I left comedy and I started doing readings one-on-one through Zoom. And he has been, and in my apartment after 2021, but he has been my right-hand man. I mean, we have been together every single second. Then we had 5 cross-country trips together. We did all the exploring. We moved for a little quick bit. And, we've just been every day, every second together. So, mommy needs a little time to herself, like I had to start saying, Bubba, I'm going to come back and get you and because I'll take him around and chauffeur him around town so he could have his head out the window and I'll just drive around. Even if I don't have anywhere to go, I'm just driving my baby around so he can smell the air and look at the squirrels in the trees. Then we go to lakes, we go to beaches. I used to bring him to every restaurant that I would go to. I know it was a lot. Listen, he was attached. I was attached. I'll always be attached to my baby, but I've been leaving him back. So anyway, he wasn't in the sand fleas. I was sitting meditating, just me. Because it's nice to have that because then I don't have to worry about, is he eating something while I'm like trying to meditate? Is he eating something? Or he doesn't even, sometimes he'll just sit there and stare at me. He like goes in between my legs and like stares at me the whole time. And I'm sitting there meditating and I feel him staring at me. And I'm like, buddy, go lay down. Oh my God. I created it. It's not on him. I created this dynamic between us. So yes, guys, I would say, I know it's tough times, or let's not even say tough times because there's people, trust me, there's people in other countries that have really tough times. There's people on the streets of our own country that have tough times. There's people who are rich and have tough times. I know, please trust me. I get it with rich people, but rich people have tough times too. Everybody, there's tough times. So it's not tough times. I would say it's weird times, but let me tell you this, it's the age of Aquarius. Ages only change. I think it's every 1,200 years. I mean, we just went into a new age, guys. That only happens every like 1,200 years. That's, to be alive during this time, you need to know it is special. The age of Aquarius, we just entered a new age that is going to be for the next 1,200 years. And here we are. There's going to be generations and generations and generations after us that are experiencing the age of Aquarius. And we're here at the beginning, at the transition. All transitions are rough. And this is a big transition because there's technology transition. So there's technology transition, there's spirituality, religion transition. There's all kinds of things that are transitioning. There's, money, different classes that, now we're squeezing, the middle class is becoming like you're either rich or poor, so it's a lot. And I'm here. I get it. So that's why all I can do and what I can suggest to you guys is find your truth, find your purpose, strengthen it, feed it, water it, and be it. That's part of my mission, is to help other people find their purpose and to find their truth and to awaken. I'm here to help do that. That's what I want to be doing. So anyway, our shiny crystal of the week of episode 41. So I got 2 shiny crystals. So my shiny crystal is birthdays, because my birthday was last week and I was celebrating, and I was like, birthdays are really special, and people, there's people who don't want to celebrate them, and then there's people who make fun of men for celebrating them. They're like, a grown man celebrating his birthday is like cringe. I don't think so. I think be happy about your birthday. Like, that is the day you used the portal of your mother and came onto earth. That is the day your physical being met your spiritual being. That is the day your soul found another vehicle to enjoy or to experience a life. Your birthday is your day. Like when you were a kid, whether your parents made it special or not, or school made it special, or, I remember always like I would bring in my munchkins, or, my birthday's May. So for me, it's spring, it always like, I told my nephews, we were celebrating my birthday, and I was like, well, just so you know, when it's Uncle Thomas's birthday, that means there's a month left of school. Like I just want it to be exciting. Like, okay, Uncle Thomas's birthday is here. We got a month left of school. Like, I love that. Like find the specialness in your birthday. Celebrate you. It's your day, celebrate you. And there's so much to be said about your birthday. You have your astrological stuff. You have the day that your parents met you. That's the day that you came onto the earth. That's the day you started breathing life into your soul again, if you reincarnated. Most of us have. It's your day, babe. And I think it's amazing. And I think it's worth celebrating. I think it's worth cheesing up, cheese it up. It's your day. We have all these days that we're just living, or we're just trying to get through, or we're experiencing life, or we're helping others, or we're working, or whatever it is. That's the day for you. That's the day everyone turns around and says, that's your day. And I think that's awesome. And I think there should be nothing shameful about celebrating your day. And I think there should be nothing shameful about saying, this is my day and I'm excited about it. This is the week leading up to my day and I'm excited about it. I always had a thing though. Like I always would be like, get nervous around it sometimes, because I'd be like, I don't want to get sick, or I don't want anything bad to happen, because then it's like, it tarnishes that day. And I always used to get a little anxiety about it. But then I realized like the universe works for us, babes. The universe works for us. So you don't have to be nervous. And anyway, my part 2 shiny crystal is right here. So I want to say, so this right here is my first piece of mail for Crusty Crystals podcast at Florid Media. Thank you so much. My part B shiny crystal is Stephen. And Stephen sent me a birthday card. And I'm a very like, I appreciate things, and like I get very happy and truly like moved by things. I don't know. So I just was like, it was my first, I guess you would call it like fanfare type of thing, but I don't, I just see it as someone who connected, I don't see it like that. I see it as like, it's a connection. And Stephen thought to send me this and wrote something very beautiful and really sweet in here. And the coolest thing about this card and this gift is this envelope right here has wildflower seeds in the envelope. And it says like I have to use the QR code to like get the instructions. I'm assuming, because it feels biodegradable. So I'm assuming maybe you put the whole envelope in the ground and then water it. I mean, how fucking cool is that? Like, because not only it's just because it really personalizes and it shows me that he's been listening and he's on this journey with me. And that's one of the biggest points of why I'm putting money into this and putting time into this and doing this, because, and talking to just the camera and not knowing who I'm talking to, because it makes me feel like, oh, you're listening and you're connecting. And the wildflower envelope just is such a touch of, wow, that's a connection, and that's one of my main reasons of doing the show. So thank you, Stephen. I really, really was touched by it, and I can't wait to use this and figure out how to plant this and see if it works. And if it doesn't, whatever, it was amazing. that you sent this to me. So thank you very much. I appreciate it. You are my shiny crystal of the week. So that's that. So that was really beautiful. I have to plant my seeds soon, but the weather has been so weird. It's been cold. We're in mid-May. The wind today, I thought I was going to be blown to Alaska. Like, it was so windy. The wind has been so crazy in New York, and you can't plant seeds because the wind will literally take them. Even if you put water on it, you can't, with this kind of wind, you can't do it. You can't do it. So I haven't been able to, between the cold and the wind, I haven't been able to plant my seeds yet, but it's coming. I'm doing it this week. So yeah, so that's where we're at. All right, well, let's get into it. Let's start with reincarnate or reincarnate. Also, a little later, I'm bringing back an old fun segment. Anyway, so reincarnate or reincarnate. So this week I'm doing not truth. Sorry, that's my dog's name. Turtle. I looked down here and I saw a turtle, and I saw turtle or a rabbit. Would I want to reincarnate into a turtle or a rabbit? All right, so a turtle. Would I reincarnate into a turtle? I mean, the first thing I think about is like, do I really want to be carrying around that fucking shell? Like, that thing is heavy. Like, do you ever knock on one of those? Like, it's stuck to his body. I feel like I would be a little like, ugh, it's stuck to me. Like, I would be a turtle without the shell, just running around all naked and shit. You know, like, that's the kind of turtle I would be. Just running around, chomping, sticking my tongue out at people, just not with that shell. I can't have no burden. I'm a minimalist. I don't carry things around with me. So I can't have this hard fucking shell. Though it looks cool, I'd have to get that shell removed. I'm a naked turtle, baby. That's what I would be doing. That's the kind of turtle I would be. Just chomping at people. No, that shell is too much. I can't be. And why do they got to, maybe they move slow because of the shell. I don't know. I'm not a really turtle expert, but I'm assuming that maybe they move slow because of that fucking hard shell, or it's just their vibe. But I don't want to move like that. I don't want to take forever. You would think, as a tourist that I am, I would move slow. No, I don't like that. Like, they're like creeping around. Like, it takes them forever to get somewhere. No. One time I think I remember seeing, it was like a frog on the turtle's back, and the turtle was just like, and that's the other thing too. If you flip up around on that shell, you're fucked. Like, you're not getting up. You got to wait till a wave comes and picks you up, or a nice person who like helps flip you over. But if you flip over by accident, you're screwed. You're just laying there wailing around no. So that sounds like shit. That sounds like it's not. And turtles, I think, live a long time too. I don't mind living a long time, but when you're not going anywhere, what am I doing? I don't want to just be in somebody's tank. I would have to be a swimming turtle, like an ocean turtle. That I would definitely have to be like in the water or something, like exploring. So I guess I would say no. I don't want to be a turtle because I think turtles are reptiles. Let me see. Let's see. Are turtles reptiles? Are turtles reptiles? Yes. Turtles are reptiles. They are air-breathing vertebrates belonging in whatever, defined by cold-blooded blah, blah, blah. Breathing and reproduction. They use lungs to breathe and lay hard-shelled eggs on land. Their bodies are covered in scales, even if they appear smooth. Scales kind of make me feel nauseous, so I'm not going to even indulge in that. But yeah, they're reptiles. I don't want to be a reptile. I don't want to be stuck in the desert or somebody's tank or on my back, wailing my legs. They have sharp little nails. They got those little nails, and they're always like creeping around. Yeah, I'm not really a turtle. They got that long neck, and then they pull their neck back in. They're like, ugh. No, sometimes they got cute little faces, but I don't want to have to pull my neck out and then pull it back like no, not into that. Sorry. Would I be a rabbit? Okay, rabbits are fucking cute, but I don't want to end up on someone's keychain either. You know how back in the day they did the rabbit's tail? Now that I think about that is back in the 90s, that was like a vibe. The 80s and 90s, like people would walk around with a fucking lucky, I'm sorry I'm cursing a lot today, but I'm a little like, it's been a week, you know? So I'm a little, this is me, today at least. I don't want to be a rabbit's tail on someone's keychain. Now that I think about it, that was terrible that they used to do that. That was like a trend. That's how rough the 80s and 90s were. They would walk around with a rabbit's tail on their keychain and be like, this is for good luck. That's disgusting, actually. That's not good luck. That's a horror show. What I'm looking at is a horror show. I never had a rabbit's tail on my keychain. I was a kid then. So the older kids had cars and they had rabbit's tails on their freaking keychain. I didn't get to that. By the time I was driving, we didn't have rabbit's tails on our thing. That wasn't like our thing. Ew, I can't believe they did that. That's disgusting, actually, now that I think about it. They were nuts in the 80s. The adults in the 80s and 90s were like on another level. The teenagers and 20s. Oh, gross. I remember I was a kid. I used to play with my cousin's rabbit tail, my cousin Anne Marie. She had a rabbit's tail on her keychain. I think she had a Camaro as well. And I used to rub the rabbit's tail and be like, oh, this is so cute. Little did I know they were ripping off fucking rabbit's feet to put on their thing, on their keychains as a trend. No. But I also hear this about rabbits. I hear that rabbits are a little nasty and that they're not really nice. Now, I'm not judging them because listen, we all have our days. You know, I'm not like God. I'm not like like a monk who's just righteous all the time and perfect. Like, no, I'm a human being. But I don't want to be a nasty rabbit. But they're cute. Let's forget about their attitude that I'm hearing, because it's hearsay. To be honest with you, I've never seen a nasty rabbit. My dog, when we're walking, the rabbits run from him. He chases them and they hop around. So I haven't seen a nasty rabbit yet. So far, they've all been very nice and they haven't bothered us. Me and Truth walk around, they don't bother us. So can't really subscribe to them being nasty, but I have heard that they are nasty. But their little ears, I think I would be a rabbit because people like rabbits. And I like that people like that. I would want to be something that people like. I'm not an agitator. Yeah, I think I would be a rabbit with the little, I love the Truth, my dog. His feet look like little rabbit's feet. It's like he's got long little feet. Oh. And I like carrots, you know. I'm a carrot guy. I don't mind a carrot, but I like carrots with dip. And I don't think if you're a rabbit, you get to have a choice of dip. So you're just eating plain old carrots. And they got those little poops too, those little ball poops. Huh. But they're free. Listen, they're running around. They're bouncing around. I think their lifespan is like average, whatever. They seem happy. They multiply like you wouldn't believe. So they got great sex lives apparently. So they're healthy in their body because they say the more you have sex, the healthier you are. So rabbits are killing it in the sex game. And they're cute. I think they're adorable, even if they're nasty. So yeah, I would say yes. I would be a rabbit. Turtle, no. Rabbit, yes. Turtle, no. Rabbit, yes. I don't care if they're nasty. So what? You got a bad rap. Whatever. People still love you. So I think I would be a rabbit. I would be a rabbit named George. I wouldn't want to be a wild rabbit. I would want to be a rabbit as a pet. I would want to be somebody's pet rabbit because they get cabbage, they get carrots, they get like straw to like eat on and play on. And I don't want to be in a small jar, like crate, you know, like a small one. Give me a big tank. If I got to be in a tank or a big cage, that's fine. But like, I don't want to be in a small, I want luxurious. I would like rich owners. If I could have a rich kid. Oh, but sometimes those rich kids are a little bratty and they don't take care of the rabbit. All right, how about this? A rich kid, they have a lot of good help, and the help loves the rabbits. I would be that. I just don't want to be a rabbit like in a poor, you know, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with being poor. Trust me, I'm not loaded either. But like, maybe, you know what, now that I think of it, maybe a poor household would be better because the kid would be so appreciative of me if I was a rabbit in a poor house. The kid would love me, like, and he'd be like, this is my everything, and he would take care of me. Sure, my tank would be very small, and maybe I wouldn't have like organic carrots, but I would have the love. I would have the comfort. They would, I'm sure, treat me nice and probably play with me, and they'd probably let me run around the house. You ain't running around the house in a rich person's house as a rabbit. If you're in a lower income person's house, you're running around, you're having fun. There's definitely more loose fun in a lower income house. There's no running around free in a rich person's house. I just can't see it. I can't imagine. So yes, I would be a rabbit in a lower income or middle class house because I feel like I would get the most love there. And that's really all that matters. Love, carrots, and cabbage. Love, carrots, and cabbage. I love that. All right. Well, there you go. Those are my requirements if I was ever going to reincarnate into a rabbit. And I feel like I would want to be like a black rabbit. I just feel like they're sleek. Do they have black rabbits? Let me see. Because that feels sexy. That feels like... Because a white rabbit is beautiful as well. But like, do they have black rabbits? That's funny because the first thing says, do they have black Amish people? I've never thought of that. Do they have black rabbits? Oh, yes. And they're sexy. Oh, my goodness. Yes. Oh, my gosh. I don't know if you guys can look at that black rabbit. That is cute. Yes. I would have to be a black rabbit because it's just different. It's sexy. It's unique. The white rabbit, it's cute with the pink ears, but, you know, it's like a dime a dozen. Black rabbit, definitely. All right. So, but now I'm curious about, hold on. Do they have black Amish? Yes, of course. I mean, duh. I would think, of course. Largely because Amish people are largely from Swiss German and highly insular. While the Amish community is overwhelmingly white, black Amish individuals exist through adoption of Amish families. Oh, interesting. So I guess Amish is just like a white thing. So interesting. But a black kid might get adopted by an Amish family, and now he's living in an Amish life. That's a very interesting dynamic for the kid, for him to experience that. Interesting. Oh my God! Now that's so funny. They showed me this turtle. But see, this is the turtle I would have to be. The turtle swimming around in that beautiful ocean. Look at that. But he's swimming around with that shell. I'm sure the shell in the water isn't as heavy. It's probably a little, it's moist. Oh, but then it would be heavier because it's moist. When it's drier, it might be. I don't know. The shell there's something about the shell on my back that makes me feel claustrophobic. But yeah, I would totally be a black rabbit. All right. Well, let's go to our Oh Wise One question. Oh Wise One today. So this is something that I've been asked by many people in the past. What are your thoughts on meditation and manifesting? So I love it. Oh my God, I love it. Meditation is hard. It's not that I love that so much, to be honest with you. I'll be honest. I don't love meditating. For me, meditating feels like a process and a job that I have to do. I do meditation daily for my work. I meditate before readings. I meditate after readings, not like long meditations, but like a few minutes. And then like when I'm on my own time, I'll go to the beach or I find beautiful spots or at the lake or the park. And I try to meditate as much as I can while I have truth staring at me or pulling at the leash or looking for a stick to eat. But meditation is hard. It really is a practice. And there are people who can meditate for like an hour. And they do it. It's hard. I mean, to be able to quiet your mind, and I get intrusive thoughts. So sometimes when I close my eyes and I try to meditate, I get like intrusive thoughts. And it's hard for me as a psychic medium because when it's for myself, it's hard for me to discern, wait, are those intrusive thoughts or is that my abilities, or is that spirit showing me something, or is that the universe speaking to me? So there's a lot going on there. So it can be a little maddening for me. So meditation for me is like a double-edged sword. So I can't say that I love it, but I do know for sure that it is helpful. I do know for sure that it helps connect me to my source. It helps me connect to spirit as well. So it definitely is a tool that can be used and should be used if you're dabbling in the woo-woo, or if you're dabbling in spirituality, or if you just want to like a health practice to calm your mind, body, and soul. Meditation really does work. Meditation is key. I've started to try to meditate with my eyes open so that the intrusive pictures don't happen there. but then I automatically just close my eyes. Like it feels like an instinct to just close my eyes. It feels like natural to close my eyes when I meditate. So I do it. And then I'm learning, so I just tried, nope, that's an intrusive thought, move on. And then what I found when I connect to my light, like I picture white light either coming out of my forehead or into my heart or my chest. So if I think of white light energy in my chest when I'm meditating and just focus on that white light and your breathing, if you focus on your breathing and the white light from your chest, that you can get into a meditative state. And then you can ask questions and you can, connect to spirit. You can ask the universe for things. You can ask to be guided. I've noticed lately in my meditations, I've been drawn to just doing gratuity. Like in the meditation, like in the past, a lot of times I would meditate and ask for things, or I would talk to spirit. Lately, the past couple of weeks when I meditate, my first instinct is to go, thank you. Thank you so much for giving me this life. Thank you so much for choosing me to be a channeler. Thank you so much for choosing me to be a conduit to the earth world. Thank you for giving me the air I breathe. Like gratuity, lists of gratuity. And I've been finding myself doing that more. So you can meditate for many different reasons, many different purposes, many different things. But yeah, breathing, listening to your breath, and envisioning the white light coming from your chest or your forehead, which is your third eye. Those are good ways to keep yourself centered and focused. And, I have really gotten good at, and this I got good at years ago, meditating with noise around me. So you should be able to meditate anywhere. I like to go to a peaceful place or a place with nature because I connect to nature, and nature is one of the strongest elements of our universe, and our universe is spirit. So to me, an ocean, a lake, a tree, sand, all of that is nature, which is spirit. So to me, if I'm in that area, I'm literally with spirit rather than having to connect to spirit, if that makes sense. So, but there's been times where I've been in those spaces and I have a loud family, or there's a kid screaming and yelling, or there's someone blasting music, and I've had to continue on. And that's the goal of meditation, is to be able to be silent and peaced and aligned when there's chaos going on around you, which as the future continues, because yes, the world is beautiful, but there is chaos happening, and it's supposed to be happening so that we can ascend to the next level of our society, or society is so human, of our, I would say, evolved state of being. That's what's happening, everybody. We're ascending. So things are good, bad, crazy, whatever. So yeah, so that's good. And for manifesting is fun because it's really energy. It is, it's not, I don't feel it as like, oh, you think it and then it's right there. It's really more of like, if you're in the flow, if you're if you know that the universe provides in a good way, and that the universe, it's not like, oh, the universe is Santa Claus. It's not that. It's not like, oh, the universe is going to give you things. No, it's that the the nature of the universe, which is God, which is the light, which is us. We are all the universe. That electricity inside of our bodies, that consciousness, that soul energy, that is the universe. So you're not disconnected from it. As long as you're here in this body, and even when you're not in the body, then you're really in the universe. You're just connected to it. So all manifesting is realizing like the universe is God. It is you. So you wouldn't want bad for yourself. You wouldn't want things going wrong unless that's the soul contract, unless you ask spirit and before you were born to give you certain issues and problems. That's a topic for another day. But in general, it's there to provide. It's there to give you what you need. They say even when something's bad, it brings you to something better. But if you're in that flow, in that quantum wave, if you're understanding that you are just connected to the universe, so even that loud radio or that person speaking loudly while they're all there for a purpose. So I was watching Euphoria the other day. I love Euphoria. I think we're on season 4 or season 3, whichever it is. Love Euphoria. And Mandy, she was, for any of you who watch Euphoria, She was at the diner with Rue, and Mandy. She's such a fierce character. I love Mandy, and I almost want to say like my inner me aspires to be Mandy, but not really, in the sense that like she was just zen, and she's saying, I don't let shit bother me. She's like, there is no good, there is no bad. There is just is, and everything is what it is. And it was like some kind of like, what was it called? It's like some kind of a Buddhist thing, and I looked it up the other day. It was called like, wait, what was the word? There was a word. I guess I just had it Googled it, and then I just saw it. But there was a word that she used, and just about like, it's like a stoic type of thing too. I can't find the word, but it's not good. It's not bad. It's indifferent. It is what it is. And it's all meant to, whatever moment you're in, you're supposed to be in that moment, and it's not bad or good. It just is. And that's why she doesn't get affected, or she doesn't let people bother her, because she's like, if someone's bothering me, they're meant to be bothering me. I am in that right spot at that right moment purposely, because I am meant to be bothered by this person. So I just thought that was a cool way of looking at things. It's like called like elemental or something like that. It was like an E word, I believe. And I absolutely loved it. So love Mandy, the character. So yeah, so manifesting is fun, and I suggest everybody get into it. And since Uranus left Taurus, I have been back in that vibe and in that mode. All right, well, let's go back to our sponsor, Crusty and Louise at Collective Beauty Skincare Studio. Isn't process so cool? Like, remember back in the earlier episodes, I was like stumbling over it, and I was like, oh my God, it's such a tongue twister. Now it flows, honey. I'm like, Collective Beauty Skincare Studio. Like, that shit just flows. And we love her. I have to get back there. I got to go back. I got to get my eyebrows done. So don't judge by these eyebrows. I haven't been there in over a month. Collective Beauty Skincare Studio in Malvern, New York. Get your gift cards. Go in. Say Crusty Crystals. You get 25% off. Booking is easy. You just text her. If you're in the tri-state area, come to Long Island. It's not far out of Long Island. It's like one of the first towns on Long Island from Queens. So go get your facial. Go get some hair removed. Go get like your eyebrows done. We love her. Christine Louise, Collective Beauty Skincare Studio. Love you. All right. So I decided, since this is our anniversary show, the 1-year anniversary of Crusty Crystals, I'm going to bring back movie astrology. Movie astrology was fun, but, after a while, it's like, how much fun can we keep having making up, astrology things for characters? But maybe I should do Euphoria. I don't know how many of you watch Euphoria, so that's why I'm not sure if I should do it. The movie I chose was Titanic, because Titanic is we've all seen Titanic. I don't think if you didn't see Titanic, there's like something's going on with you. But Euphoria would be good to do movie astrology. All right, so you know what? I will save it for next time. Next episode, we will do Euphoria, okay? Because I want to know, can you guys, if you watch Euphoria and you listen to the podcast, can you text me or message me or like comment underneath the video on YouTube if you watch Euphoria? Because I want to see who watches Euphoria before I do Euphoria astrology. So for now, Titanic astrology. Rose. Rose is such a Sagittarius. I don't even have to think twice. Such a Sag girl. She got balls. She ain't fucking around about her man. She's got that reddish hair. She's like, paint me naked, bitch. Like, she don't give a shit. She was back in the 30s or 20s. Like, that shit was avant-garde. She was like, paint me naked. I'm going to wear this big ass fucking rock around my neck. And you're going to paint me. And then we're going to go have sex in that car. And then we're going to fucking drown. Like, she just didn't give a shit. She was on she had that getaway car. They were lowering her down. She was on the getaway boat. They were lowering her, and she said, not without my man. And she jumped off that boat. That is a Sagittarius woman. She didn't even think twice. She had zero emotion about it. She was like, I don't give a shit. I'm going down. I'm sinking with that man that I love, that I met 2 days ago at the all-you-can-eat brunch. Like, she was like, I'm not wasting time. And she was with that man that she didn't like anymore. She was ready to jump off the boat. Like, that's such a Sagittarius woman. She's like, I'm over this guy. I'm going to go kill myself. Like, I'm done. Like, she's the drama, the Sagittarius drama. So, and she's cold. Ooh. She's got that Sagittarius. She's not a water sign, she's not a water sign. She probably doesn't have water in her moon or rising. She just, like, clear as day. She cut and dry. She was like, no, I'm not doing it. Not doing it. She's like, I love that skinny man that looks like a boy. I'm not into like Leonardo DiCaprio. I was never into him. I'm not into like, you look like you have a body of a 12-year-old. Like, it does zero for me. Hairless, ew. Like, I was never a Leonardo, like Timothy Chalamet. I don't understand what people get. I am so not attracted to that man. Every time he wears a suit, it looks like I'm at like my nephew's even my nephew, a 17-year-old man, is a bigger man than Timothy Chalamet. Like, he looks like he's in his father's suit. Every time I see him at an award show, I'm like, I'm not attracted to this guy. You would think he's like, but I just feel like I'm not into like men who look like little boys. Like, even like Justin Bieber, Justin Bieber nowadays, like, he's almost 30 and he is kind of looking more manly. He's got the facial hair and all the tattoos, but his voice was always just young. Like, it just was like, I don't know. Just does nothing for me. So Timothy Chalamet, Leonardo DiCaprio, I was never into it. Ever. Even now, Leonardo is like a grown man. He still looks like a little boy who ate a lot. It's just too much. But Jack, since we're talking about Leonardo DiCaprio, Pisces. What a Pisces. How that Pisces fell for that Sagittarius woman is beyond me. I'll never know. Because on paper, on land, honestly, I don't think they were ever going to get together. I don't think that she would have given him the time of day had she not been stuck on a boat. And yeah, they got together before it started to sink. But if they were on land, Rose would have been like, no, sorry, honey, I'm not into it. But Jack is such a Pisces. He's broke. He's got no money. Pisces man, he's like drawing. He's in it for the love. He's honest. He's like just Pisces guy. He got no money, but he's got his best friend, loyal with his best friend. He loves that woman. He sexed her up. Pisces men, they got that, oh God, get in that car, like steamy. He's got steaming it up. Water sign, just through and through. That's why and then Pisces boy, like, he gave her the piece of wood that she was laying on. He was like, I'm going to sit here and freeze to death. To the bitter end, the romantic in him, to the bitter end. Such a Pisces boy. And just shit on his luck. Think about it. Like, such a Pisces man. He won the ticket. That was supposed to be a lucky ticket. No, you're a Pisces man, honey. Sorry, you're going down. You're drowning in the ship because you're a Pisces boy. And you're a lover. And he had the dreamy eyes, according to her, Such a Pisces boy. And then Cal, the boyfriend. Ooh, what a Leo. What a Leo. Sexy, strong, pissed off. Such a Leo man. Oh my God. And he just couldn't take it. His pride, that Leo pride, it was eating him alive that she loved Leo, that poor guy. This man, rich, sexy, tall, big, strong, shoulders, sexy lips. He had a gun. Oh my God. And he just wanted that jewel. He was such a Leo. Like, all he cared about was possessions and I'm the best, and that's my lady, and I can afford the best room and the hair, such a Leo. And then when Jack had him, he was like, I'm gonna kill you. That ship was already going down, and Cal was chasing Leo around with the gun, trying to kill him. Like, bro, that's because his pride was hurt. And you know, any Leo man, when their pride is hurt, boo-hoo, forget about it. Now I'm going to be chased with the gun because I pissed off the Leo man. We're all fucking dying. The thing's going down. We're going to freeze to death in this ocean. But now I got to worry about a guy with a gun. Leo and Rose, they're running through the water. They're stuck in the hallway. And this guy's chasing me. I got a gun. I got bullets flying at me. The bullet went in the water, one of them. Like, what a Leo. Like, who cares at this point? Let him have your girl. You're done. The water we're drowned in. The party's over. He's still glock, glock, glock. He's chasing him around. That's a Leo. It's a Leo. He can't let it go because his pride was hurt. And then Ruth, the mother. Oh, that stone cold. She had that shirt that just goes up to the neck, right? And she's just, I'm rich. She's a Scorpio. Scorpio woman, Scorpio mother. Because I didn't see no husband. I don't remember seeing a husband there. Scorpio woman. I'm surprised she even had. The Rose was probably her only child. Scorpio women, they usually just have one child or none. Such a Scorpio mother. She was cold. She was like, do not bring that broke ass boy into this house. Scorpio mother. Oh my God. And you know me, I love my Scorpio women. I said, next life, I better be a Scorpio woman. But I'm going to be a Scorpio, voluptuous, loving. She was a cold-hearted, woo. She was a Scorpio woman scorned. Because you know her man probably knocked her up and left. And she had to raise that baby Rose on her own. So that's a Scorpio woman. She was pissed off. She got his money, but she was pissed off. And she meant business. She wanted Cal to be her daughter's husband. And then you have Molly Brown, the one that Kathy Bates played. She's an Aquarius. Oh my God, Molly Brown. Because Molly Brown, she was poor and then she got rich. She got money somewhere, I guess, oil money or some shit. That's her storyline. But you could just see she's such an Aquarius. She's sitting there, she's got the feathered hat and all the gawky clothes, and she don't even know where the hell she is. She's just like, I'm here for the ride. And she's got these fun little comments. Such an Aquarius woman. And then the captain. He's a Taurus. Such a Taurus. He's like, I'm going down with my ship. He didn't budge. He didn't cry. He just was like, it is what it is. I'm going down. He held on to that little steering wheel, and he was like, he could have, he didn't get on the boat, women and children first. He was like, go ahead, keep going. Strong, great facial hair, Taurus man. He was a Taurus through and through. He said, this is my boat. I got to go down with it. Loyal. So that's that. Titanic. Maybe so next week we'll do Euphoria, and that'll be fun. My final thought today is just chill. I mean, there's so much going on. I know it's hard, but we need to connect with each other. People need to connect with each other. I think we all need to stop focusing. I've said this before. We need to stop focusing on, the news and current events. I think it's making everyone crazy. Find your love, find your peace. If you want to help others, go join a charity, do something to help others. Like I said, you could do something as small as smiling at people and being kind to other people. If you need love, get a pet, get an animal. Animals are like the most loving creatures. Like sometimes I know truth changed my life, so an animal can change your life as well. There's so many things you can do besides rage scrolling or rage, baiting or whatever it is. Sharing negative news, it's just never going to amount to positivity or good things or good vibes. It's never going to push us forward to a place that we want to be. The end goal in this whole evolution of energy and of society is harmony. It is the oasis. It is prosperity and peace and love. I just think that we all need to chill. That's it. I think everyone needs to chill out. I think everyone needs to touch grass. I think everybody needs to get back to nature. I think that if I can help people vibrate at their highest level, if I can help people find their purpose, then we can put that into the ripple effect. That's what this new thing that I'm doing, The Circle, that's what that is. I'm trying to curate community and bring us together, like-minded people, to evolve and to elevate and to vibrate high and to help you find your truth or help you uncover things. That's what I want that space to be. So that's what I'm trying to do. And that's what I hope that, when you have a session with me, you take that with you. I hope to help people find themselves, basically. And when I say themselves, I mean your soul. I mean your inner self, your energy, who you are. So I know it sounds like grandiose, but it's just the truth of what I feel. So we'll see. We'll see where it all goes. I hope you join us at the Circle. I know we have the first 2 booked, and it's going to be a really cool experience. The first one is this Friday. I know that this airs Monday, so it will have already happened, but I'm recording it Wednesday today. So we'll see how that goes. I'm excited about it. Anyway, love you guys. Follow us on social media, Crusty Crystals podcast, Crusty Crystals pod on TikTok, Thomas Dale 5 on Instagram, Taurus 55 on YouTube. And Thomas Dale 5 on Facebook. But Facebook, I don't even really go on any social media. I go to either post something or check my messages. But anyway, love you guys. Also, Florid Media. Check out Florid Media if you want to shoot something or take a picture or do a podcast. Jay's great. All right. Bye, guys.